Hello, good morning. Good morning, dear children. Hope each one of you is fit and safe by the grace of God. Welcome to the social studies class once again. Now we begin with our second unit test syllabus. Now I hope you have written your second unit test syllabus. I gave you some days back. The first lesson is knowing our earth, and the second, our rich heritage. Okay, I hope you all have written in your social studies copies, children. Okay, now let's begin with knowing our earth. I also hope that you have gone through the video which I sent you on 23rd October. I told you to go through it nicely. Only after that you can get to know the lesson well. Okay, we have already seen and learned a lot of things about the earth. We have seen in our science copies, from our science books, you have seen from your TV channels, your Discovery, your National Geographic, isn't it? And also last chapter we did was our earth, a unique planet. Then we did the solar system and its neighbors, and now once again we are going to go around the earth. We are going to learn about the earth. Okay, now please open your books to page number 104. Now let's begin. We have many pictures of the earth taken from the space, which shows us clearly how our earth looks like. Remember how our earth looks like? Yes, round, spherical. Our earth looks like a football. It looks like a huge blue ball. Why does it look blue? Because we have 75% of the earth is water. Remember? Only 1/4 of the earth is land, but 3/4 of the earth is covered with water. The earth appears blue in color in the pictures of the earth taken from the space. That is why it is called the blue planet. Now you got it? That is why our earth is called the blue planet. Why? Because God has given us so much of water. 75% of it is water. Only say around 25% or say 21% only of it is land. 1/4 is land and 3/4 is water. That is why our earth appears blue. Okay, now come to the next paragraph, children. Globe. I hope many of you must have seen what a globe is. You must have also got a globe at home. Small little, you must be playing with it, or must be having as a curio or showpiece in the house. Okay, what is a globe? A globe is a small model of the earth and is shaped round like the earth. Naturally, if it is a globe, it has to be round, because the earth is round, it's spherical. It can also be called a round map of the earth. Why? Because what do you see on the globe? You don't see pictures of animals and birds. What do you see? You see maps, isn't it? What are maps? Maps are different locations, different places, continents, countries, cities, districts, all these things which are located on a flat piece of paper is called a map. And that map is made round, so that way it can also be called a round map of the earth. A globe is an accurate representation of the spherical shape of the world. Accurate. What is the meaning of accurate? Accurate means absolutely precise, absolutely correct. It is the correct representation of the spherical shape of the world. Now we'll talk about the axis. Axis is an imaginary line which passes through the two ends of the globe called the poles. Now we have two ends. Now I'll show you some images. On that you can find out what are the poles. There are two poles, North Pole and South Pole. So the axis goes through the North Pole and the South Pole. The top point of the globe is called the... Now axis is also an imaginary line on which the earth spins. Okay, the earth spins, the earth goes round. Yes, the earth goes round. So the top point of the globe is called the North Pole and the bottom point of the globe is called the South Pole. Hope you got it, children. Now, what are the merits of the globe? Merits means what do we find? What do we find good from the globe? Since it has the same shape as the earth, naturally, if the earth is round, the globe has to be round. It is the best way to see what the earth looks like. A globe shows us the correct shape, the correct location, and the size of the continents and oceans on the surface of the earth. However, the globe has a few limitations. Globes also have limitations, children. Why? Because we cannot fully depend on a globe as it has a few limitations. Can you carry globe everywhere? No, you can't carry such a big globe all over the place. Anywhere you have to go, you're going to carry a globe and take it around to locate the places and all. No, it cannot happen. So a globe has some limitations. It is difficult to carry a globe around. We can only see, now when it is round, automatically now if you have a football in front of you and you're seeing the front part of the football, can you see the back part of the football also? No. In the same manner, children, a globe is also round, so you can see only half of the globe at one time. To see the other half of the globe, what will you have to do? You'll have to turn it around the axis, isn't it? You'll have to turn it little bit so that the back part of the globe comes in front. Now, globe cannot show small towns or landforms. Now children, on the globe, you will not be able to find small towns and cities and districts and landforms. Okay, what are landforms? Remember? All the hills and mountains and ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, all these things, children, you cannot find on the globe. Now, and the last point, it cannot show us details of our city or our state. Got it? Now, these are a few of the limitations of a globe. Now, I know many of you must have seen and must be enjoying doing maps also, and I know when you have atlases in the house, you love to locate places, you love to find places, isn't it? So what does an atlas hold? What does an atlas have in it, that big book of atlas? It has maps. Now what is a map? A map is a flat drawing representing the whole or part of an area on a flat surface. A map may represent a small part of the earth's surface or the whole earth. Now, sometimes we have different types of maps, children. We have physical map, we have political map, we have small maps of a city, we have maps of different continents, places. A map may represent a small part of the earth's surface or a whole earth. That is called the world map. When we have the map of the whole earth, that means it is called the world map. Maps are drawn to show continents, countries, cities, or neighborhoods. Okay? Now, what are the good things of a map? What are merits of maps? Maps tell us in a very simple way the size and shape of the countries and distances between places. Now, what do they tell us? They tell us that size and shape, how big is the country? What is the shape of the country? We have a shape of India, isn't it? It's V from bottom. Yes, it's a peninsula, a piece of land surrounded by water on three sides. That's called a peninsula. In the same way, we have different shapes of the different countries and distances between places. Now, a map may even show a smaller area with greater details. Even a very small place it can show, but what all big details you want, where it is located, where you have to go, so all that is shown in a map. Then maps are also, because it is a piece of paper, children, they are easy to carry. We can carry the map all around, but we cannot carry globes. Maps can show the locations of different features like mountains, deserts, forests, etc. Okay? Now those are called relief maps. Okay? Now, limitations of maps. Now we also have some limitations of map, children. The earth is round and round surface cannot be shown accurately on a flat sheet of paper. Because the earth is round, children, all the places cannot be shown accurately, absolutely right way. It cannot be shown on a flat piece of paper. So we can see the map of any place on the nowadays, now in this present situation, modern time, we can see the map of any place on the Google search with the help of an internet or with the help of all your Google and all these places, things. Isn't it, children? Now, half of the lesson I'll explain after, in the next video and audio. Okay, children? Please go through this once again and read the lesson well. As you're going through this audio, kindly go through your book also. Okay, children? Now, after explaining the entire chapter, or I'll be giving you another 4 questions just now to do. After that, I'll explain the entire lesson. Okay? Now, God bless you and be good. Do your work nicely, okay? Bye-bye.